The first DC movie is coming out in theaters, Shazam Fury of the Gods in IMAX. That's right, in IMAX, but is it any good? We'll talk. Hi, how you doing today? It's just Jess here. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, so we got Shazam Fury of the Gods. Is this movie worth it to go in IMAX? Honestly, probably maybe. I could not find it was filmed for IMAX, although it does say experience in IMAX, which does say a lot. So to me, I feel like it's just up-res in that format. Even in their IMAX website does not say film for IMAX. So that actually says a lot about the film, but it's a nice addition to go see this in that up-res premium format. Also, if you liked the first one, the second half action heavy with a ton of CGI. However, I did find amusing the sounds of the explosions, the lightning, the speed, as well as the superpowers. Seeing this in IMAX, I had a good time watching this movie. Shazam Fury of the Gods is an action-adventure comedy movie taking place in the Shazam DC Universe, sequel to the 2019's Shazam. Fun fact, I went to the same theater in the same format to watch the 2019 Shazam, and I rewatched it last night in preparation for this film. After what happened in the first film, the whole family has powers and is trying to fight crime. Family, like normal, goes in different directions, but together are with each other when they need it most. They are more together in this one, and that's actually pretty cool, which we'll talk about in a bit. Things go kind of well until three mysterious, beautiful women come down to Earth to take what is theirs and wreak havoc. Things start happening that challenges the Shazam family in order to save their last staff and reunite together to destroy the dragon and balance the staff in the right hands of the wizard so they could be free of this doom. And it's like save the world type plot. Will basically save Philadelphia because that is where the movie takes place. This movie dives deeper into the relationships and core dynamics of the superpowers as well as the connections they have with each other, but also expanding on those superpowers and what it means to become a god and a superhero and how difficult that can be for young teachers slash young adults that are upcoming in this world of Shazam. It is nice to see the family connecting deeper each other as well as helping each other fight crime, but as well as drifting apart because we all know family, have you seen in the trailers, not all the time family wants to stay together and sometimes they have to go in their separate ways, but it's actually pretty cool because you see what happens to these kids that in the first film we only get like the last 30 minutes of that first film in 2019 regular Shazam, but this movie just delves deeper into the core dynamics of those relationships with each other, but also expanding on the mythos of what happened in between these films, but also setting up future installments for the DC Universe. But at the same time, it's really weird because James Gunn, if you don't know, he is like changing whole DC, so I don't know how much this movie would be relevant in 1 or 2 years because of what's going on with the whole shakeup at DC. So what's the point of doing this if they're not going to continue it? That was weird when I was watching it, and I'm letting you know this. However, we see more contrast between the kids and the superhero themselves in the movie that it tackles on their family dynamic. I personally love this because it's not only Billy Batson's main character, I mean yes, he's still the forefront of the movie, but it also connects him further with himself as well as his family that he kind of might be holding on too tight. Now, if you haven't watched the first one, he came from nothing, his mother abandoned him. Now that he has a family, I love the movie showed us and also told us how he could be like holding on too tight. Is he like grasping at straws here with his family? Like, does the family want him to be around? Like, it's pretty cool that now that he has like love or a circle of friendship or family, it's hard for that to let go, and how he's difficult in making decisions in this Shazam. Mary, which is awesome by the way, gets more screen time in this one, and to be honest with you, she feels like more of a mentor role than this one. Yeah, she's older, she's more of a young adult. She's the one in the first movie that was supposed to go to college, but she's the only same actress that plays when she goes into Shazam, because you know the little kids, when they say Shazam, they transform into the superheroes, but she is the only one that's the same actress, and to me this is beautiful. Not only is she perfect, gorgeous, but it also makes sense if you really think about it because she's like in her young, older, mid-20s or 25 I think Google said, or 24, but it also makes sense because once she levels up the superpowers, all she needs is like the cape and the costumes, which we'll talk about in a minute. But it's also Grace Caroline Curry, which, oh my god, she is perfect by the way. It makes sense because she's a young adult, so why would they need a different actress? I know in the first movie they changed her up, but for now I love the only fact that she is the only same actress in like the kid form and superhero form, because every other kid in the family is drastically different in terms of age, in terms of their counterparts when they Shazam into the superhero. And it's nice too because we still see the rest of the family coming into them, playing the video games, although they are a little bit older, and I think the main character has a little bit beefed up, and I was like, whoa, like you did put on pack some muscle for this role. But it's nice to see everyone else get more screen time than the first movie, because they're more together in this one, solving crime, solving problems, going to the main villain, like what are they gonna do together as a team slash family. And also the parents are more incorporated in what's going on into this. No spoilers, but it's nice to see where they take the series in this movie in like the 30 minutes before like the final fight. Rachel Ziegler is not only perfection and beauty, but she also joins the cast as one of the 3 ancient goddesses and marvelists that come down to take the staff. But I loved her character because I thought she was gonna get closer to Shazam, which is Billy, but no, she doesn't. She actually gets more screen time with Freddy, and I absolutely love that, because Freddy at this point in the first movie, he always felt like he was just chasing like Shazam, you know, Billy, but now it feels like he's on his own, not in terms of like solo movie, but in terms of character narrative, because we do get some scenes with him and Thea, which is what Rachel Ziegler plays, and I love their chemistry back and forth, because she literally shows up to school and be like, hey, I'm the new girl in the block, can you show me where my class is? And he's like, yeah, sure, I got you. And I loved how the movie just kept it up with both of them through the rest of the film. Like, dude, this is romance, this is a lint of likeness, high school, let's go. And I really like their core dynamic between Freddy and Athea, played by Rachel. I thought that was pretty cool, because now it shows that Freddy can be on his own, kind of without Billy, even though it shows the brother dynamic they had with the first movie, just expanding that on with the family dynamics and girl problems, of course. The costumes look amazing. However, from the first installment of the film, the costumes in this film feel more natural. You know, in the first movie, I'll point a picture of here right now for you. It shows a little bit like too cartoonish, especially the lightning. However, in the second film, I'll try to put a picture for you right now. You see the same lightning, however, it feels more natural to the skin and the body. In the first movie, when I saw it, it felt more like, I don't want to say CGI-ish, or more felt like more animation or cartoony. However, the costumes now, even though it doesn't have like that glowing lightning all the time, it still looks good on the rest of the cast. This movie has definitely heartfelt moments, a lot of action, a lot of drama, especially towards the second half of the movie. They're trying to battle each other. They're scared because they might take their powers away. They're getting closer together as a family. There's a lot of dragon stuff. There's a lot of shooting stuff. There's a lot of lightning stuff, Shazam stuff. So it is a pretty thrilling ride comedy movie. If you like the first one, then you'll probably appreciate this. If you never really liked Shazam, then I don't know how you will feel about this, because it's the same plot that we've seen before. Family gets together, which is one of the core things that I really liked about this movie. There's action everywhere in the beginning, in the middle, especially towards the end. There's a lot of action, a lot of CGI heavy effects, but it's pretty cool, single narratively speaking. But at the same time, it's not a great movie. I feel like it's still a good time theaters, so I did have fun for what it was in IMAX. And by the way, guys, stay tuned to the end credits. There's 2 mid credits and end credits, and there's absolutely secret cameos that you cannot miss out. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was drooling over the secret cameos that I saw. But I'm telling you, like before, it's so weird if they kept this up, which I did like the film. It was a good film. And before I tell you my overall rating, it just feels so weird knowing that DC is in a weird dark place, that James Gunn is going to change up everything. Like, this movie sets up further installments of like Justice League and Justice Society, but for that to be squandered just by decisions of the upper board, I have no idea what DC is doing right now. Maybe they're just releasing these movies because they're made and they have to, they're obligated, contracted, but I still had a good time with this. If you like the first one, this is just bigger and better. It feels more family dynamics, just fleshing out those characters, but it's still Billy's journey, but just a continuation of that with his family dynamics. For the first time ever, I'm gonna give this a C+/B-. Keep in mind, I did see this in IMAX, so your results may vary, but I couldn't just give it a score from like C+ or B-. It is a good time, and now the reason why I'm putting 2 scores, it depends on what type of audience are you. If you made it this far, I appreciate you so much. Maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. With that, take care, bye.